Greetings. I am here today wondering where my friend Sci-Fi Nation, also known as Wi-Fi Nation, has gone to. He has disappeared. It's been several days, and I have not seen him do a stream or on any Discords I am in. So, if anybody knows where is Wi-Fi or Sci-Fi Nation, come on in, join my stream, and let me know where that person has gone to and if he's okay. In the meantime, we can just talk about whatever anybody in chat wants to talk about, as long as it's not objectionable comments like requesting certain kinds of pictures that YouTube may object to, and generally nastiness. I don't want any drama farming here. Please do not come on my channel solely to drama. Alright, so I just want to make sure my stream gets put out there so people know my live stream is on and ready to go. If anybody's bored, it's Friday night. I'm just hanging out, chatting. And hopefully somebody comes up and says, oh, hey, I know what's going on. Wi-Fi's okay. Just, Anyway, in the meantime, I have been seeing some chat about Star Trek. I don't really care about the corporate aspects of it because, A, there really are only a few big, gigantic corporations that own all these little corporations. So if somebody's saying, oh, Paramount's going to get bought out by this or that company, whatever, they're kind of all owned by the same group of folks. So basically, it all goes to the same group of folks, and that doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me when it comes to Star Trek is who is doing the writing, who is doing the directing, who is presenting the actual video material and script that we are seeing, and does it, in fact, convey the things that Star Trek has always conveyed. The cooperation of people from very different cultures, showing that those people can come together and not only just despite their differences, but because of their differences, they can come together and utilize those different perspectives in order to find new solutions and new possibilities for their world. So that is one thing that I think Star Trek needs to definitely always convey if it wants to be called Star Trek by me. Secondly, they need to convey the way that the training of Starfleet officers has allowed them to be able to communicate with each other without even using any words. Just a side glance from the captain across the bridge over to Mr. Spock or over to Mr. Sulu or anybody on the bridge, they seem to understand quickly what their captain is trying to convey with just his eyes. And I love that they can then, after the drama part is over, at the end of every original season episode, the first 3 seasons I loved about was they would joke. They would find a way to make a joke at the end, letting us know not only that the drama was over and everyone was pretty much okay, but also letting us know, and especially from a child's point of view, that just because there is something horrible that's happened, that doesn't have to define who you are. That doesn't have to rule your every moment of the rest of your life. You can accept what has happened and then let it go. Move on forward. And the captain even has to do that. I mean, he loses people. And even though deep, deep down in his heart, those people will always be there to remind him of what his responsibility is. But also, he knows he has to find a way to move on from that so that he can continue to lead the rest of the crew effectively. So apparently I did get one viewer. I don't know who that was. Nobody decided to make any posts in the chat. At any rate, so I'm not the best streamer. I'm not the most experienced streamer, but I've been noticing people doing what is apparently known as drama farming. And apparently I was drama farmed. And I do not like that feeling. If you're going to do a roasting, then do a roasting. But I really think people should put that in their description. This is a roasting channel, or I'm doing a roasting stream, or come if you want to be roasted. Whatever, if you're doing roasting, make sure it's known that your stream is for roasting. And then if you're drama farming, that's just messed up and wrong. People who are new, like me, do not know about drama farming, do not expect to be drama farmed, and mental trauma actually causes physical trauma to the brain. Like, science actually has shown that mental and emotional trauma can cause a physical mark upon the brain. So I would say, if you really want to harm people, you know what? Go freaking ahead and drama farm. But if you are actually not intending to harm anyone, please let people know that you're a roaster. And please do not just flat out sneak up on them and hit them on the back of the head with a freaking cast iron skillet by drama farming them. Okay? That's all I've got to say about drama farming. So next topic, I would like to see who's chatting. Please, I see a viewer. Just let me know you're there and who you are. Like the stream, because I am new and need people to like my streams. I am not monetizing my streams. I am not here to make money. I am just here to have fun and enjoy talking about some of my favorite topics and make new friends. So one of my favorite topics is Star Trek. I really love Star Trek. It's the most enjoyable TV series of all time, in my opinion. Franchise, as the corporate heads like to call it, but I don't get into the corporate side of all of that. I've lost my viewer. Okay, wonderful. So I want to shout out to Wi-Fi Nation, Sci-Fi Nation. I don't know where you are. I hope you're okay. I am a bit worried about you because I know that your life is much like mine, full of trouble. And I just like to make sure and check in with my friends every so often and make sure they're okay and don't need anything. But, all right, I don't know who keeps popping in and out, but, you know, I don't know if you're having some issues with your internet, but, I do appreciate if people would just give a shout out in the chat to, like, shout out whoever you like on YouTube and put their link. I'm happy to, or I don't know if this program lets me do that. I don't know if it has settings for that, but if you find you can't post a link, let me know and I will try to make it so the program allows that. But yeah, I am happy to have you put your links in the chat and your favorite YouTubers' links in the chat. Because when I first started on YouTube, I had a friend that I met named Sci-Fi Nation, also known as Wi-Fi Nation, who gave me the opportunity to share my link and help me grow my channel. So I really appreciate that, and I count him as a friend. So let's see. I don't know where. I've stolen my username, by the way. I would like to shout out Captain Infinity Temporis Maximus, because he makes jokes about my name when he's doing the roastings of me, and I really think that's funny, so I've made my username that. Anyway, please post in the chat, like the stream, let me know who you are and what you're doing, and if you know Sci-Fi Nation, or know if he's okay. In the meantime, since I don't have any viewers right now, and I don't want to leave the silence on the chat, I'm just going to randomly talk, and if people like what I'm saying, yay, and if they don't, whatever. I did go visit a few YouTubes tonight, but the one that I was on ended already, and I'm not really seeing a lot of others I'm interested in looking at live. I do enjoy the live better because I don't get out much. I'm kind of a isolationist when it comes to going out and meeting people face to face, because I've had a lot of people really hurt me and like literally knife stabbing me in the back kind of situations where I have allowed people to gain my trust. And I will admit I may be extremely gullible, and it may be that I don't see it when someone's lying to me. And well, frankly, I don't want to change that because I don't think it's good for me or humanity or a good example to my son for me to just start totally giving up on humanity. But I thought, since I do have more health problems now that I'm older, I do think that I should try to take better care of myself. And so part of that is guarding my life by not going out in public and meeting random strangers and like just trusting them. So now I've gone to internet searching for people that are like-minded as I am, people who enjoy Star Trek and Stargate and other science fiction shows, people who believe that humans need to start working together and not just letting our various nations' governments force us to pay taxes and then not actually represent our voices and continue to just make everything good for all the CEOs while the rest of us have to watch from where we stand. And many of us, and more by the minute, have to suffer because these corporations run the governments. So, okay, yeah. I have to stop right now talking political because otherwise I will be on a rant and nobody wants to hear me rant. So, next topic. Let's see. What's going on here? Nobody's on. Okay. Well, I will just give people some time and see what happens. It's been about 13 minutes, not really seeing a lot of people. I'm going to go ahead and try to share my screen to some other socials. Maybe I can get a few more people to pop in and say hi. That would be really nice. Oh, no filter 50. Okay, so here we are, sharing my stream. I never connected my Twitch to the StreamYard, so I'm not out on Twitch right now. I'm only on YouTube right now. And so I'm here, and if anybody wants to talk about Star Trek, I'm not going to claim to be an expert. I have watched every Star Trek many times, but also I have heavy duty ADHD, and also many times I watch it, I'm high. So I might not remember everything exactly that I've seen of Star Trek, but I'm happy to ask any questions or to answer any questions. And if I don't know the answer, I will try to find it out. Also, I really love that show Orville, and I hope they do manage to bring it back. I saw that Seth had stated that he was not done with Orville and that he really wanted it to be brought back, and he was working on that situation. I have not been kept up to date. I just keep forgetting to look up the latest news, and I know there's YouTubers that are streaming about that, so I will be looking that up later. But if anybody wants to come in and chat Orville, also I have watched all of Farscape several times, and I have watched Firefly a few times, and the movie Serenity. I have not watched the movie that Finity wants me to watch yet. It's not my general taste in movies, but I did download it and I will eventually watch it. Blade Runner. Um, let's see, what else can I talk about? Well, let's see. I have not played any of the Star Trek video games. I'm not really much into playing video games on my computer anymore. I used to do that, but then I got my hands on a really good cell phone and started playing games on my phone and then a tablet. And at the same time, I didn't feel like any of the Star Trek games that were out played very smoothly on those devices. And then I got my hands on an app called Mistplay, Mistplay, Mistplay. And what that app does is allows me to play games on my phone or tablet, or even through an Android emulator on my computer, and I can play games and earn money. They give you these points that are called units, and recently I've noticed that the reward cards on my friend's phone cost less in Mistplay than the reward cards on my phone in Mistplay. So I'm not sure what that's about. I do know that they don't offer everyone the same games. They try to customize the game mix that you're offered. You can't use any games that you've already played before you installed Mistplay. If the Google Play Store has a record of you downloading it and playing it on your device that you're using, then Mistplay will not offer that game to you. And if you try to log in through it somehow via Mistplay, then it will not count your units. But if you have a new device and a new Google Play account, then you can play any game that Mistplay will offer you, and you will get units for playing. It's seems to me that it's based on how long you play, and then they also have little mini tasks like get to this level in X game, and you get extra units. But basically, I've looked at a couple other apps like it, and I found that Misplay's unit number of units it takes to get the reward cards is lower than most other apps. But I don't really know the ratio of units to games, because in Misplay, everybody's unit return is a different number. So, like, even though I'm playing Monopoly Go, when I get a level in Monopoly Go, I only get 50 units, but my friend gets like 160 units for that. So I'm not sure why it's so different for everybody, even people who live like right next door to each other. But if anybody has a suggestion on a better gaming app that would be more transparent with their exchange rate, for one thing, and offer to allow us to play games that we've already played and still get returns for that, that would be great. Please leave that in the chat. All right. It has been almost 20 minutes, and yet there is no one joining my stream. So I will just give about a minute of silence, and then I'm going to end the stream. Well, actually, forget about the silence. It's already 19 minutes, so I don't like to do a stream for more than 20 minutes if I'm not getting viewers, so I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. But if anybody wants to chat me up later, I will be available on Discord, and I will be in various YouTube chats throughout the night. Let me know, and I will host a stream and bring you on, except not you, Copper, because I don't need that drama farming going on my channel. Thank you, everybody. If you're watching this on backup, please remember that any contest you enter may not count. Okay, bye for now.